let me just clarify. In a subpoena, the NBI must specifically identify the felony or crime for which you are issuing the subpoena. Is that not the case?
Yes, we provide what is the crime that
So-
we will investigate.
Okay, very well. So here, what will be the felony or crime that will be indicated in the subpoena?
But you have to remember, we are also have the mandate to protect the Constitution, to protect the peace and order. And if it goes to the national security and peace and order, we are also mandated to investigate.
Your Honor, with all due respect, Your Honor, the answer was not responsive.
Your
My
Honor.
answer was very specific. My question was very specific. What will be the felony or crime that will be indicated in the subpoena?
Witness will please answer. The question was simple. What is the crime, if any, or penalty in relation to the document being asked by the counsel?
We all know that there is no crime that committed when there is a plan to kill until it is executed. But what I'm saying, that's why I'm qualifying, is because one of the mandates of the National Bureau of Investigation is to protect the national security. And we are also mandated to issue a subpoena or an investigation to do so. So if in this case, we cannot issue a subpoena, we can issue an invitation for those persons of interest.
So no, you cannot issue a subpoena, but just an invitation. In other words, this is not under the jurisdiction of the NBI, correct?
It is within the power of the NBI to protect the national interest and the national security. And as mentioned, there is a continuing threat to the President, and under Section G, Section 5 of the Republic Act 10867, it is one of the primary duty of the NBI to protect the security of the President.
All right. Yesterday, you also mentioned betrayal of public trust, correct?
That is correct.
Can that be indicated in the subpoena when you issue it against this alleged person?
It can be or it can be not. But why will we put the subject betrayal of public trust if the person being subpoena is not being tried for betrayal of public trust?
What if it's against the Vice President? Just to clarify, can the subpoena indicate betrayal of public trust?
We cannot put that because that is not a subject of a case under the revised penal code or a crime. The betrayal of public trust is the very well subject of an impeachment court.
All right. So you admit nonetheless that betrayal of public trust is a ground for impeachment, correct?
That is correct. I think it's in the
All
Constitution.
right. And are you saying that once you reach your findings, because we're all waiting for that, you will? Is it correct to say that you will file another impeachment case against VP Sara?
Oh, thank you for that question. So that I
Objection,
can
Your
explain.
Honor. That is speculative.
I think the witness is competent enough, and in fact, thank the counsel for his question. I'm interested to hear what the witness will also answer.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. The betrayal of public trust as the issue in the impeachment court, we don't need to investigate even if we pinpointed the person contracted. Because the point being is the betrayal of public trust was already been consummated when she publicly admitted, there is already an admission that she contracted a killer, a mamamatay tao or assassin, to kill the president. And that itself is already an admission. At sinabi pa niya, pumayag na yung kinausap kong mamamatay tao. That constitutes betrayal of public trust. Why? Because the oath of office of the president, sabi niya, she will execute the law and do justice to every man. So, pag nagbalak ka pumatay at ginawa mo yan, that is no justice to every man. It's not execute the law. Execute the president yung gusto mong gawin dyan.
Your Honor, with all due respect, Your Honor, I know that NBI Director took pains in explaining his answer, but his answer already contains conclusions of fact and law. And may we ask Your Honor?
May I respond, Your Honor?
I'm not yet done. In keeping, Your Honor, with this court's ruling last week, may we ask Your Honor that it be stricken off the record, Your Honor? My answer was pretty simple. And it is
Counsel
not
for
responsive.
the lead prosecutor.
My question was pretty simple. Sorry.
Your Honor, ang depensa po ang nagtanong kung mapapatunayan na nag-commit ng betrayal of public trust, kung sasampahan pa ng impeachment, ulit, at sinasagot lamang po ng testigo.
Can we get-
Consummated na ang betrayal of public trust dahil may kausap ng tao na pumayag na to execute the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker.
That's precisely the ground for our motion, Your Honor. Can we get the ruling, Your
The
Honor?
motion to strike off is denied. Let the answer of the witness remain in the records. That was his answer, counsel. However, interpretative it may seem with respect to the law, since the witness was qualified yesterday as not only being the NBI director, but also engaged in the legal profession for decades and is in fact a former law dean. Let that remain in the records for the consideration of the senator judges. You may proceed, counsel.
All right. My question is this. Are you conducting your ongoing investigation to substantiate this current impeachment case?
Again, sinabi ko na po, kung ang pagbabasihan is betrayal of public trust, nandoon na po. Bakit po namin hinahanap
A
yung
simple-
kinausap na papatay?
With all due respect, Detector, simple yes or no will do.
Hindi po, dahil sinabi ko na
Alright.
nga.
Can you rephrase your question, counsel?
So are you conducting the ongoing investigation to substantiate this current impeachment case?
No need to substantiate because it's already been established.
All right.
So
Now,
the answer, Director Matibag, so the answer is you are not investigating anything in connection with the current ongoing impeachment case.
Yes, because it's already been established.
all right.
Proceed, counsel.
Insofar as the leads to this alleged person, do you share information to the Cybercrime Division?
Kasama po ang Cybercrime Division sa aming pong committee. Kaya kung ano po yung mga findings na nandoon, kasama po sila kung sila po ang pumunta. Subalit, kung ito po ay meron pong level of security na hindi naman kailangang malaman ng Cybercrime Division, hindi po namin ito ibinabahagi sa kanila.
All right. So because after all, the Cybercrime Division is
Your
part.
Honor, please.
What's the question? What's the objection?
May we know if the defense is making a manifestation or raising a question?
I am going to the question.
He was
Your
about to ask a question, I believe, counsel. Let's allow him to finish his question. Counsel may proceed for the
So-
respondent.
Because the cybercrime is part of the special task force, correct?
That is correct po.
How about Agent Lotok in particular? Do you share the leads to this alleged person with him?
Hindi po siya parte ng Special Task Force.
But wasn't he part of the cybercrime division as well?
Hindi po, siya po ay regional director ngayon ng BARM.
Yes.
But he was once part of the cybercrime division.
Dati po yun nung hindi pa po ako
Alright.
director.
Okay. Now, let's go to the special task force that you mentioned. You have one team leader and two assistant team leaders in your special task force, correct?
Tama po.
Alright. And then how many members from the NCR?
Ang NCR po, yung po ang buong division na kasali at ang tumatayo po na representante nito ay yung kanila pong regional director.
But you mentioned that they are members of the special task force. In your estimation, how many from the NCR are involved?
Ang NCR po, we give the freedom to the regional director kung ano pong aksyon ang kailangan niya aksyonan at ano pong team ang kanyang bubuin for purposes of doing a particular investigation in relation to the said task force po.
Your Honor, may we respectfully again ask that the court give a directive to Director Matibag to give a more responsive answer. My question is how many? So he can
May I comment, Your
estimate
Honor?
a number.
Counsel for the respondent, the question was how many? The answer of the good director was it depends, and it would depend on the NCR regional director how many he would assign. Witness will answer if he knows. If he does not, he may so respond as well.
Mr. Presiding Officer, sir, the thing is, depende nga po kung ano po yung magiging operation or surveillance na gagawin, we give independence and autonomy po do sa regional director kung sino po at ilan ang i-assign. That's why ang composition po ng Special Task Force ay binubuo po ng 3 na individual at 5 pong divisions po namin. Dahil nga ang rason po nito ay piniliwanag ko po kahapon, masyado pong malawak yung nagiging banta na it already transcends to an issue of national security po.
Okay, so you cannot give a number.
Your Honor,
Kasi
that's an
depende
ask
nga
and
po
answer.
sa-
It depends. So
sa
no
kung
definite.
ano operations
Let
po.
the presiding officer ask a clarificatory question. Hindi naman po mutually exclusive yung naka-assign na ahente po ninyo sa isang kaso lang, di ba?
Tama po, Your Honor.
So yung national, yung director nyo ng NCR, kung ilan mang ahente ang nasa ilalim niya, posibleng 5, 10, 20, 30 iba't ibang kaso ang tinitingnan nila.
Tama po.
At kung ano man yung kaso may mainit o mainit na dapat panghawakan o malapit nang makuha, mas maraming taong kailangan, lalagyan niya ng tao, tatanggalan din niya, depende kung saan kailangan.
Yes, Your Honor. Tama po.
So is it correct to state that at any one time, that number will change?
Tama po, eksakto po.
You may proceed, Counsel.
All right. So that's for the NCR. Is it the same case for the Cybercrime Division or the CCD?
Sa lahat po ng units na nandoon, parehas po yung ating pong protocol na ginagawa.
But just to clarify, I'll go through it one by one. So it's the same for the Organized Transnational Crime Division.
Ganon din po.
All right. For the Technical Intelligence Division.
Tama po, sapagkat standard po yung
All right.
procedure namin.
For the Digital Forensic Laboratory or DFL.
Tama rin po.
All right. Now, are these members of this special task force given additional salary for their work for the special task force?
I think that is not allowed po under the law. Baka po bumagsak kami sa audit niyan or sa DBM po.
So they're basically working with the special task force for free?
Hindi po libre. Empleyado po sila. Mayroon po silang sweldo. At parte po ng trabaho nila yung ginagawa
So
po
in
nila.
other words, that's already part of their main job description.
I think that's how the government system work po, respectfully.
All right. Now, yesterday, you brought confidential records regarding your leads, correct?
Tama po.
Did you bring those records again today?
Nandirito po.
Nandun.
Sa aking bayong po.
And are these records from the special task force?
Iba-iba po, halo-halo na po.
Halo-halo na. All right. And you mentioned that you cannot share these records to the public. Is that the case?
Tama po, binanggit ko po kahapon.
All right. Now, if the Honorable Court issues a subpoena, will you comply?
Pag-aaralan po natin kung naayon sa batas ay beti nating ipagbigay alam po sa impeachment court na ito.
All right. Don't you believe that ang katotohanan ay hindi confidential?
Meron po tayong proseso na sinusunod. Kung ito man ay totoo at ito ay magbabiolate po sa batas, baka hindi po natin dapat itong gawin.
Dapat hindi payagan, no?
Hindi po hindi dapat payagan. I think sa linya po ng inyong
Objection, Your
katanungan.
Honor. The question is already argumentative.
I'll just move on to a new point. Anyway, during the time of Director Santiago, and let me lay the basis, no? Around 15 months, they didn't identify the alleged person that VP Sara talked to. And based on your testimony yesterday, it will take 3 to 6 months, even more, for this special task force to come up with definite findings as to the identity of this alleged person, correct?
Sinabi ko po 3 to 6 months, hindi po even more.
Okay, we'll just check the transcript for that. But at any rate, will this task force continue to exist and operate until you finally identify this alleged person, or does it have a time limit?
Kailangan po aming matagpuan yung pong taong binanggit na kinausap po.
So as long as you cannot provide a concrete output, the special task force will continue to exist.
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Asked and answered. Move on, Counsel.
All right. By the way, does NBI have intelligence funds?
Wala po, sir.
All right. Now, you also mentioned about the Rage Coalition event yesterday in Club Filipino on April 12, 2026, correct?
Tama po.
All right. Now, this was already around 14 months from VP Sara's press con, correct?
Tama po.
Now, my question to you is this. Was VP Sara present in that April 12, 2026 event?
Wala po siya, sir.
All right, no. Now, you mentioned also the concept of kinetic force. Can you recall?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, my question to you is this. Despite the lapse of 14 months and the absence of VP Sara in that event, you still concluded that this event was still part of what you call kinetic force. Is that the case?
Tama po.
All right. And based on your findings, this kinetic force came from VP Sara's November 23, 2024 press con, correct?
Hindi lamang po yun. Ang sinabi ko po ay may pagkakaugnay sapagkat yung pong statement na I want to cut his head, gusto kong kunin ang ulo niya, at ang sinabi din po ni Mayor Baste, isang ulo lang ang kailangan namin, ang ulo ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos.
All right. So, you mentioned also that there was a participant in a PBBM rally that shouted, "Barilin na yan." When did this happen, if you can recall?
Hindi po ito rally, meron pong event,
Event,
ang
okay.
ating pong Pangulo sa Nueva Ecija, naka-live broadcast po ito sa RTBN at meron pong nag-komento bigla na sinabi, barilin na yan.
Can you recall the date of that event? You said event.
Hindi ko po ma-recall yung exactong date pero nandito rin po sa
Alright.
reports namin yan.
But is this also part of the kinetic force that you mentioned?
Lumalabas po sa amin pong pag-aaral.
How about yung nangyari kay Undersecretary Claire Castro in Canada? Is this also part of the kinetic force?
Irrelevant, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm trying to lay the basis, Your Honor.
Witness may answer.
Well,
If he
ito na
knows.
nga po yung sinasabi natin na nagkakaroon po ng malawakang kaguluhan na epekto po ng madalas na pagbabanta at seryosong pagbabanta sa Pangulo na ngayon ang mga itaong kahit na ordinaryo ay inaatake po. Hindi lamang ang Pangulo kundi ang iba pa rin pong matataas na posisyon.
So the answer is yes, it's
Yes.
part of the kinetic force.